pleasant day, everyone. So first, let me introduce myself. I am Elise May Cruz and I am currently studying at Navotas Polytechnic College, taking Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English as a first-year college student. So now we will answer several questions that relates or connects with the Module 2 of Principles of Theories of Language Acquisition. First language acquisition, or FLA, is also referred to as our L1 or language 1. I believe that understanding our students' L1 might help teachers or even us future educators to develop strategies that relates with our students' native language, or basically their mother tongue. So it can also aid teachers to recognize the possible difficulties that may arise in terms of our students' communication skills and language learning development, and as well as it can help them to support students' linguistic and cognitive development. As I reflect on my personal experiences way back my language learning development period as a child, I have come to realize that those experiences and encounters resonates with the concept of language input and output. Why? Basically, the constant language input from my parents or even my immediate relatives lead me to numerous improvements of producing my output that I eventually adapt and enhance up until now that I still study the complexities of our language universally. So this interaction helped me shape my language skills, which is the output and input. Personally, the Social Interactionist theory by Vygotsky in 1978 compels the most with first language acquisition. So, for a brief context, the Social Interactionist theory states that language acquisition occurs with social interaction of children between their surroundings or the people that surrounds them. So it also implies that children learn language when they are engaged in a meaningful and educational conversations, and as well as how they receive their feedback and how they adapt to their environment. So by that, social interactionist theory hooked my attention because it aligns with my perspective. I believe that parents and caregivers play a vital role in molding a child's language learning development. Why? Because they are the one who nurtures the child in their childhood period, and it includes the way they speak and the language they use. So, aside from that, in our Filipino culture, most parents and guardians provides their children reading or language materials that helps them develop their child's language learning development further. So, lastly, the responsiveness and language input is crucial in exploration of a child in language, for it will be the first impression of a child in introduction of language development. I attest that our social and cultural context significantly influence our first language acquisition. Children typically acquire their first language within a specific cultural and social context in which shapes their linguistic, cognitive, and social development. For instance, in the Philippines, in every municipalities and provinces, you may encounter different diction, different language, and different way of speaking or tone. So, and if you stay on that particular place, and it is distinct with your first language or your L1, you might eventually adapt their tone, their language, and their expressions. Therefore, I strongly believe that the interconnection between our first language acquisition and the social and cultural context where we were raised is strongly evident. On a personal note, I believe that obtaining an in-depth understanding about our students' first language acquisition might help us teachers to identify the complexities of their language learning journey and how we will be able to adapt to it. And aside from that, we can also be able to detect the possible or potential learning hardships in terms of their language learning and how we will be able to cater their needs individually. Lastly, it may enable us teachers to create an inclusive and supportive learning environment where students feel safe and comfortable to conquer their language learning journey. Teachers can use various strategies that may cater their students' language development needs. For an instance, teacher may use visual aids as a strategy and employ technology and aids such as multimedia resources, because as we all know, in 21st century, the prevalence of digital devices are rampant, especially in students, because the occurrence of global pandemic has occurred, and I think that the global pandemic is one of the factors why we are able to explore the world of social media and virtual reality. And if the teachers are able to adjust to the digital literacy of his or her students, his or her students might engage more efficiently. And aside from that, the incorporation of their students' cultural and social background might also be effective as their strategy, because I believe that students learn effectively when they learn in the field where they have expertise on the context of their learning materials.